Howdy, howdy, and no, I do not have more alien socks on. I just haven't actually sent the update yet. There we go. I'm wearing my flaming socks today because it's nice and warm. Figured I would pretend it's warmer than it is. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I had to check messages real quick. Can I hear anything? Yeah, I can hear stuff this time. Cool. I usually forget to change my own audio device. I make sure things are set up for the stream, but I always forget to double check if I can actually hear it myself. Yeah, I absolutely love these socks. They're really cool. They're also one of those like pairs that actually fits nicely, which you don't always get that with fun socks. So it's always a pleasant surprise when it's like, "Ooh, this is like comfortable." They should feel really warm. They do feel really warm, but it might be because it's like 65 out right now. So it's like it doesn't take much to be that warm. What was this test? Oh, right. Right. We are messing around with this. Why do I still have that installed? Okay, that's not supposed to be there. Whatever. It's not worth removing because we have clouds disabled anyway. Yeah, this is probably it's probably gonna be a pretty short stream today because I think I have plans with my sister this afternoon. But I wanted to at least get a little bit of burner designing because we almost reached what I wanted to do last time, and I just wanted to finish it up today. I think this is the correct one. Yeah, I need to come up with it. Anybody have ideas on how to name things? Should I name them by date? Is that a good naming system? Or should I just always make sure I add like a version? Because arbitrary version number is not working too great for me, but I mean, it works fine enough. I just don't always save a new version, so it doesn't matter a ton, I guess. Okay, but this is what we worked on last time. Not this. This is what we redid last time, and we turned it into this, which is a little bit more compact, and hopefully better for performance. One of your saves is like IR3 new. Okay, cool. That's a very I name things a lot like that, so I'm glad I'm not alone in this. That makes me feel better. Because I do worry that my saves are really bad. But cool. Not alone. I'll take it. Also, someone suggested this idea of direct feeding blue chips, which sounds extremely insane, but like might work well. I'm not sure. It might be a bit difficult to get all of the furnaces there in a way that tesslates in the main base. But it would be pretty funny. Because it would have to look something like this. It wouldn't I think it would use a lot of space, but it would save a lot of inserters too, so it might be worth it. I'm not sure. It depends. I'm giving it all the blues. I don't get the reference. I feel like the Z there means something, but I have no idea what it is. Is that like a band? Blue chips equals blues. Oh, that's all there was to it. Okay, I thought it was like it sounded like it was a reference to something else, like not just referring to blue chips. So I thought maybe I was missing something. But yeah, this was my old design for green chips. I'm not entirely convinced that my new design is better though. I might have to do some tests offline. It's not too bad if we revert, because this is the new design roughly. This was the old design. It does save a little bit of inserters, but at the same time, it doesn't really because you're idling the furnaces so much more often. Oh wait, these are supposed to be down. So I don't know if it's actually better. I think this version is better once we get up to like stack size 3, but I don't know if that matters either. But yeah, this is the general idea I have. And there's not a huge difference between the two. I think this one technically ends up being cheaper. I assume this one will run a little bit better, but probably not a ton. A Bluesy is a Bluetooth driver for Linux, not related to your bun, but let's go with it. Yeah, well, we can go with it. I'm fine with this. Yeah, it's a Linux pun. How could I have missed the Bluetooth Linux pun? They're a really popular pun medium these days. Oh, wait, hold on. My sister texted me real quick. She was wondering what time works for her. If we hang out. Let's see. But yeah, this is what we have now, which I do really like. I do like this version. Just not sure if it's actually worth it or if it's just for fun. But we are rolling with it for now. Let's see. Can we move these like awkwardly onto the side? It's gonna be fun adding power to all of this. I don't think it's actually gonna be that bad. But I feel like there's definitely a lot we can do to minimize power poles, but also that's not something that matters. Like reducing 1,000 power poles down to 500 or something is still only 1,000 entity power poles, and that's probably going to be for like the whole base. But yeah, these are pretty good. We need to figure out a way to improve red chip production. But I think the way to improve it is just to get more gears. Maybe those can come from like excess from here could be good. Actually, wait. That's not a bad idea because we do have a lot of gears here. We could 100% have like some kind of split, and then the extra makes their way over there somehow. Yeah, let's go with this for now because I think the idea is sound to try to like repurpose the new gears to get more red chips, especially since it's just going to be like a backup. We'll see. Obviously, this doesn't work. This would need to be like a red splitter. Although we could just upgrade it. We shouldn't upgrade it later. We should just have it not build. Like something like this would probably be okay. Keep it a yellow belt to keep it cheap. Move it down a tile as well. There we go. Yeah, that's decent. Hello. Hello, Wild West. No. Hello, Will. I remember now. Will Droid. We're fixing up the mall today. Hello. Is that enough? Yeah, character development. I can read. I can I can read words now. It's crazy development. Nobody saw it coming. Okay, so this looks weird, but I guess that makes sense because it is weirdly connected. Wait, is this a good order? I feel like these should be flipped. Is it possible for me to flip these? Yeah, I don't think that changes anything. Because I'm realizing now it's a lot. You know what? It doesn't matter that much. It's the difference of like 4 belts. I can't imagine it's going to be worth the effort to flip everything. Because like all it's going to do is make it. It's going to save. Okay, it's like 8. And because this iron now has to go back down. So yeah, that's not a huge one. Was wheeled roid? What, like a droidica? Wait, roid. No, that would be wheeled droid. Putting emphasis on the wrong letters is kind of fun. Because it just changes names so much. Like even if like the general sounds are the same, you emphasize that D and then it's like, ooh, whole new name. Okay, this up there makes sense. Honestly, this fits a lot nicer. This is about the right height. What I want is to use this space, but I think I just have to not worry about that. I don't think this space matters. Also, it's just completely filled with undergrounds right now. But there's not a ton I can put down there, or more importantly, there's not a ton I need to. We could maybe... It might work better, like if I shift all of these down. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I could shift all of this down a few tiles. So that way That way we can have them all fill up this space. That could be good. Because let's see, that doesn't really mess with this design. It doesn't really mess with this design. It doesn't waste a ton of belts either because they already have them like being shifted down a bit. So that could be good. We haven't actually made a functional batteries yet, so I don't know exactly what's broken with that. Oh, those don't have outputs. Oh, we have the inserters in the wrong spot. That's not a problem. Like that's not a big deal. These just need to go over. They're supposed to go over one tile. Oh. Never mind, this doesn't work. We do not have a functional battery lane. That's fine. This isn't really this doesn't affect this lane, so we're good. Huh, yeah. No, this doesn't work. That's fine. We'll just ignore the problem for now and hope we don't forget it. Yeah, I really want these to go down. Does that complicate things? Let's see. This would go here. And then the extra gears could just go straight across now. That's actually kind of nice. Rather than looping around. Don't know if that really changes a ton, but it is kind of nice. Basically, we just take this section, we move it down here, and now we connect everything. Unless I have another idea for this. What else could I do here? I could also just turn this... Actually, I could just use this space to produce extra gears and send them up top. And then we don't have to worry about these gears being shipped over. That could work. Because I don't actually know if I'll have that many extra gears here. So I shouldn't be too reliant on it. But it would be nice if we could make this run better. Although now it's just getting way too many. Now it just is input limited. We'll need to figure out. Maybe we just need... It's possible we just need 2 of these. Yeah, we can either use this space for gears, which, let's see, we could fit like 12 gear assemblers in there. We only need 6, so we could... Actually, no, 12 gear assemblers would take this all, because this will be red belt at some point. Yeah, we have red belt here. Is there anything I'm missing? I don't think I'm missing anything critical, right? Like, this is everything I need for blue science, for bots. We'll have labs, like, right here. I think the new batch of labs will go right here, because we'll probably have, like, purple and yellow science in this section on the other side, just so we can connect patches from both sides. I haven't fully decided yet, but I imagine expanding entirely vertically is bad. I probably want to keep it as a square for now. Haven't fully decided. I'll have to look at their stages just to see what they do, but obviously they're optimizing for different things, so it's not like I need to keep too closely to the original design, or you know, a normal 100% design. What else can I do with this iron? I guess I could send the iron forward, and maybe this iron gets used. Let's see, right here, this is half a belt of iron. Well, a little under half a belt of iron. This is like 70% a line of iron, or 80% a line of iron. This right here is another like half. Okay, so we're at a little over half between the two. Yeah, we do have some spare iron here for sure. I could just do a little bit of extra gear production right here. That's the most straightforward way to use it, and then it doesn't feel like it's as wasted. And that's very easy to set up with 2 input inserters right here. Okay, so that uses the space a little bit better. We should have this iron, and then we can even do even do one here. Okay, so now I don't feel bad about the wasted space, because now the wasted space is down to here. Because these are, I think, just a good idea in general here. Output. We're gonna have to have some belts probably to loop this around. Is there coal over there? Oh, yeah, just from when we broke that. Don't really know how we're gonna sideload stuff onto that, but I think we'll figure it out. So something like this. Something like this wouldn't be terrible. And then obviously there's some things we can do to save entities here. Not a huge concern right now, but yeah, something along this line. We'll do entity savings later. It's going to be a very rough task, so figured we might as well put it off to the end, because doing it now isn't really that helpful. Because if we change anything, if you have entities saved, it's so much harder to change like one belt than if you just have regular belts compared to, you know, full undergrounds, which is why we have so many straight stretches. But yeah, this is decent. This doesn't work. Yeah, this gets me extra gears. Now I think now I'm starting to think we might actually be able to get the fourth one here. Because we did redesign it a little bit to get a fourth one that works slightly, since we didn't have enough gears, but we might have enough now. I don't know, these aren't really backing up that much, so it's probably not, they're probably not too great. But yeah, we can put a fourth assembler here. We just deleted it because initially it wasn't running, but maybe it can. Yeah, this uses up the extra gears, or some extra iron. Now we have... I don't really want these. I don't think they're that useful. They complicate that, and I don't think they add a ton. So for now, we'll just add a coal connection. There we go. That should work. Okay. So this only leaves this section, this area wasted. That's not that bad. We can definitely do something here. Oh, I also decided that I don't like this this science lane, because realistically we'll be doing a second science lane later. So I figured there's no reason to have these on logic like this. This was clearly a test that we did not end up sticking with. I don't know. Honestly, it works better than I thought. But yeah, I was thinking there's not a huge reason for me to try to get the purple and yellow sciences onto the original science lane, or at the throughput we need for all the higher tier researches. Because basically what we have right here is only like 1.5 science per second or something, which means we could divide this into quarters and have one full lane of coal, or one half lane of coal, and then 1/3 or 1/4 lane of red, blue, and green science. And what that does is it allows us to remove 100 separate circuit conditions and put it on one combined circuit network, which I think sounds way nicer. And then we have purely coal on the inside, and then red, green, and blue science on the outside. I think would work well. I do have to change how they sideload things. I think everything has to be on the left side, and it has to be set to less than 1, but I think it's possible. So outside would be... Oops, that's not gonna work. Just for testing purposes, let's just do it here. See how it works. Okay, that is on the wrong side. Okay, so something like this. Give it a wire and say, oops, enabled if blue is less than 1. We are in map view, so we can't clear it as usual. We make that mistake a lot. There we go. Let's just delete it, because this isn't our main one, right? Yeah, this is our main one. This was just a test. Okay, so that's less than 1, that's less than 1, and then green needs to go on the other side. That's actually kind of tricky with how we have it designed. I mean, it's not hard. It's just the way we have it set up right now is kind of tricky. So we'll just have to delete it. There we go. Now we can do less than 1 for all of them. Okay, so this should only fill up 2/3 of the belt at any given point in time, which normally would be bad, but I think it's a good choice. Change this to coal. And there we go. Okay, so now this doesn't work. We didn't change this one. Okay, there we go. I was like, there's too much red on this belt. There we go. Okay, that looks nicer. So the throughput is going to be a lot lower, but this should be good enough for the starting sciences, because this is 1/4. So this is up to... This is almost, this is like 1.75 or something, 1.9? About 1.9 science per second, which I think is enough for our starting lab. And this allows us to delete all of these, put them on one coal lane like this, which, let's see, we prio right. And then we're still obviously just going to do full drags because this just works too well. Although technically we might not need logic here, but I feel like we should have... I feel like we should have logic here, and then these can be coal is less than 3. Well, greater than... Coal is greater than 3. Okay. Now we can paste them with the wires attached, and they should work pretty well. We just do one connection, and then this should have a decent improvement. Okay, it's not working. I think I want it to not work right now. Right? Wait. It is greater than 3, right? Or is it less than 3? Huh. I don't know why they're not working right now. Oh, because... I think it's because resources were going straight through. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. That's why. This wasn't holding. We also need to make sure it's only on one side if we do this. But yeah, basically the way this works, it only runs if this is entirely backed up. And that just makes it that they will always have coal to grab, which is very nice. I think the throughput is high enough this way. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like it should be enough. Let's see, where's our sciences? Let's make these blue assemblers. Let's see what rate calculator tells us. Because I didn't actually double check this. Max rate calculator. They are 2 per second, so technically, if I want to run these full speed, this is not enough. It's pretty darn close though. It's pretty close. I think I can say that's fine. Because we just downgrade a couple of them and then they run full speed. And honestly, this is a lot. 16 green assemblers is a lot. The reason we have so many is because they've got to be gray assemblers for a while. Which probably isn't worth it. We can probably make this smaller too. But yeah, that's the new... This is the new design. See, does it actually research? Probably not. I don't think we have power here. Let's see, where's power? We can do one of these numbers. But yeah, this should have the throughput for how much we're producing, barely, or a little bit under. But yeah, this design is just a little bit more logic friendly. I don't know if that matters, but I feel like 100 separate circuit networks probably is not great. Like that sounds bad, but who knows? Maybe I'll do a test to see if it like matters. Because I think at the grand scheme of things, it's probably not significant. Was there any more research stuff I can get? Uranium? That might take a while. No. I mean, I guess it's not a belt. I guess it's not a research limit, it's a production limit. So, yeah, never mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're good. Cool. So, we have this space to work with. If we could place the lab here, that would be great. Hello, Red Rafe. How are you? Did you see I sent you a list of some of the things I've done? Also, what did I want to do? Unfold the train mall, shift the steel lane. Oh, ooh, shift the steel lane. I don't want to do that. This is what I need to fix right now. Which, it actually doesn't make any sense without resources going into it. Did I, like, just move it for some reason? Well, that's on me. I should have copied it. Why did I cut it? This goes here. There we go. You saw me listen to High School Musical Spotify earlier? Does it show what I'm listening to on Spotify? Wait, which song was it? I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was probably Breaking Free. I probably had that playing recently. Okay, you got it. Cool. Sometimes I forget to send, so I wanted to check. But yeah, I love High School Musical. It's a fantastic. They have a fantastic soundtrack. I can't deny it. I won't deny it. Okay, so we have green chips coming from the top, and they go here? Why there? Oh, that's how they make it to labs, and that's how they make it to this section. Okay. Okay, you know what? Maybe there isn't a ton here that's worth salvaging. Well, okay, this is actually pretty decent. It looks messy, but anything with burners looks messy. Stone... Stone's gonna be up top. Yeah, I think we have to flip it. Like, looking at it, I think our best bet is to flip this somehow, which means we have to, like, kind of rebuild everything, but that's not... I mean, we had to rebuild it anyways, so that's not a huge deal. Yeah, we have gears down there. Okay, the gears down here, those have to travel a lot, but I guess that's not a big deal. What time is it? Summertime. It's our vacation. Let's go. Such a good song. Honestly, there aren't that many songs I don't love in that movie. It's a good one. Hammer Time. Yeah, that's the left. That's a good go-to too, as well. Okay, so this on top makes sense. Yeah, I think this is good. I think we just need to rearrange it. Like, I think gear should be here, circuit should be here, iron should be on top. Just to line up with how we do the mall. Or we try to put more things in the center of the mall, which is also possible. For sure, stone furnaces gotta be on top. So this order, I think that order is good. Like this here makes perfect sense, because this will be, this top section is going to be steel and stone. Steel and bricks and stone, so there's gotta be stone here. Although realistically, we can send stone through anywhere because we have access to undergrounds. Like, we can send just stone through here if we want to have it in the middle, if that ends up working better. And then those go into these. So this looks like it's iron and stone. That would be my guess. Actually, no, it's just stone furnaces. Oh, that's just an output. Okay, so that's just an output. Okay, so that's easy. That means this doesn't need to be there. This is a side balancer, I think. Oh, this was a buffer chest. This is just so I could get a buffer chest. It's not going to work great. We could also just end it there. This will work. This will work better. This will pretty much never work. This will split it. Oh wait. Oh, we need that though. I think the better option would actually be to move it, because grabbing right from a splitter doesn't work that well with burner inserters. This will run decently. Yeah, that's the better option. Okay, so that order is pretty good. Iron and gears here. See, this is why I want to reorder it, because right now we have these all the way up here. Gears are here. Iron is here, which seems like a lot of distance, but at the same time, I don't think it matters that much. So I really don't need to stress about that. Because, like, one, this is built by bots. Two, it's burner only 100%. It doesn't need to be perfect. Saving 10 seconds of travel time is not going to make or break my 12-hour goal for the most part. I would be very, very happy if it did, actually. If we got that close. And we were like, oh, wow. Actually, no, I would be pretty... No, never mind. I wouldn't be happy about that. That would be bad. Okay, yeah, no, this doesn't look nearly as bad. Now that I've, like, placed it, and it's just like, oh, look at that. It's like 8 belts. That's not a big deal. And then inserters go here, so that's pretty good. That works nicely. Everything's facing the wrong direction, so that's kind of annoying. I wish there was a better way to flip things with Smart Belt without like wasting all of this belt as I do it. Okay, delete these, delete these, delete these. Okay, and then we don't have anything self-feeding here because I'm realizing that logic, I think adding self-feeding logic is actually not that worth it unless I use it in the outpost, and even then I don't love it in the outpost, but that's because it ends up saving like a lot more inserters. But like using it here, self-feeding doesn't tend to save that many inserters. It just saves some belts. So I kind of stopped using them. Okay, but that's pretty good. That output's here. Okay, so what's next? What shared the belt with burner inserters? Nothing. Okay. That means in theory we could put something else there, like gears maybe? Let's see, what is this? This is an iron. This is probably an iron and gear belt if I had to guess. Yeah, this is definitely an iron and gear belt. Which means nothing. It just means it's an iron and gear belt. Okay. So we have another iron and gear belt right here. That's actually pretty... Actually, that's pretty good. No, that's not bad. Let's keep them not as undergrounds for now, because we have to keep adding things. But this would go here. And then another one here. Okay, and then there's more iron and gears. So something like that. That actually, honestly, not too bad. That gives us 2 iron and gear belts. Things are nicely aligned. And then this will just go straight. Okay, yeah, I don't think that ends up being that much more wasteful than if they were next to the source. Like, now we're looking at a total waste of, like, maybe what will end up being, like, 8 yellow belts. Yeah, we'll leave it. We're not going to flip the entire thing just for that, then. Okay, so that leaves me with this section. Oh, wait, we're mirroring it, right? So this would go... Have I already mirrored it? Oh, this one's already mirrored. Okay, I was like, wait, that looks not mirrored. Okay, so this can just be deleted. We'll delete that stick for now. So this pastes hopefully right here very nicely. Everything looks correct. What is this? I think this is just supplemental gears. Or this might be, ooh, this might be green chips. I think this is green chips. Let's see. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Let's look at the original lane. Oh, it doesn't run. That's unfortunate. Side loaded twice. It's steel? That can't be right. Ah, it's steel and green chips. Okay. Huh, interesting design choice. Don't know if I love that, but I guess we can always change it. Hmm. Can Link do, please? What, a link to what? Is it hammer time? But your links are generally safe. Let's see, what is it? Oh, it's your saves. This looks like how I name files in Windows. And also in Factorio. Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I just add the word new or like test. Oh, I see you also have a test. Test. Yeah, okay, cool. We have very similar naming schemes, which is great. I'm glad I'm not alone there. Okay, so this works well. Honestly, yeah, I like this a lot. I like this central section. Although I was thinking we might not necessarily need this center section. Which means this mall might be a little bit bigger than we actually need. But I feel like we probably have extra belt here, but just in case we don't, I feel like this doesn't complicate it that much to have it. That's why I've been rolling with it. There has to be a more elegant way to do that. Okay, and then green chips are here. This is probably green chips and iron, which is actually kind of annoying. I don't have a great way to get that right now. Okay. This is also misaligned from the coal grid. I need to shift it over a few tiles. Didn't realize I was building it in the wrong spot. But yeah, everything here mostly works. Let's see where this doesn't work. That's huh. Wait, what's that supposed to look like when it's not mirrored? It was this thing that was broken, right? Yeah, this just straight up doesn't work. Okay, this was supposed to be coal. Oh, that's all. Okay, that's all that was wrong. It is supposed to be coal. I thought that was supposed to be the steel belt. Okay, speaking of steel, though, steel is here? No, the steel lane is... Where the heck am I getting steel for these? Here? This is steel. This is also steel? No, this is... Okay, this one's green chips and steel. This doesn't seem like it gets steel. I'm pretty sure this doesn't have a steel lane. This doesn't have steel going towards it. This one's supposed to, though. That's fine. Green chips and steel, we actually use a couple times. That's not a problem. It's a weird combo, but it works. Okay, so let's make this green chips and... Oh, wait, this has to be green chips and iron. Burner inserters are rough. Okay, where do we have extra iron? Yeah, okay, the more I build it, the more I'm thinking it needs to be mirrored. Because this is up here. Yeah, whatever. Does it matter? I feel like it doesn't really matter. If I just make it a few tiles away, we can mirror it if we decide to, but then we can get like... We can get most of it working now, and then mirror it later if we decide to. So that's what I'm leaning towards. How are these all the wrong way? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that seems like the easiest way to do it for now. So yeah, let's roll with that one. Then this is the coal grid. The coal grid got very off. We're just gonna add a splitter here. There we go. This needs an input. Flip, 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 and then it keeps going through there. Okay. So this has gears and iron. This has gears and iron. I think we just need to shift everything over a couple tiles since we just did that. There we go. And then same here, right? I guess we shifted it up a tile too? Oh yeah, we shifted it down as well. Okay. Yeah, we don't really have a good source of iron. Also, wait, we have a second belt of iron. I just remember this is 2 belts of iron here. We were missing something. This goes the other way. There we go. That will compress them better. Okay, yeah, so that's how we get this second belt of iron. I was wondering where the second belt of iron came from. Not there. That is a fun coincidence, though. But, yeah, that's not where iron's supposed to come from. Okay, so iron circuits, we'll worry about... I hope sides doesn't... I think we didn't design anything where the side matters, aside from the steel lane, which... I don't know what happened with that steel lane. And then gears and iron go here. I wonder if I could wrap them around. Every time you open the stream, it's so cursed and you can't look away. Yeah, burner inserters be like that, huh? This actually has a lot of spare gears on it. Yeah, this one has spare gears, so that makes me think we can wrap this around to feed just these 3. That simplifies the design a lot. These don't need gears, these need gears. Yeah, now we can send these down and loop it back. Okay, we still need to figure out how to get steel over here, which, yeah, we'll figure that out. For now, we'll just send these across. Okay. This doesn't need gears. This needs gears. We can save the belt a little bit if I swap them. I don't think I care that much about, like, 4 belt, though. Okay, so how do we get steel here? That's the real question. Steel is here. We also need circuits up here. Right here, this lane. Actually, no, that's underground belt. Regular belt. Which one's circuits? This one's circuits. Okay, so this is supposed to be circuits. If anything, as long as nothing else is supposed to be on it, it's pretty easy to get circuits here. Now, if something else is supposed to be on it, then it's less easy. So that sends the circuits there, it sends the circuits here. And then there's a splitter up there. I don't know why this isn't running. It's making it really hard to track the belts. I mean, I guess I could use this. That helps a little bit, doesn't it? Let's see, circuits. Okay, so this has to be steel. Yeah, this is definitely steel and circuits. This is not getting steel though, is it? Let's see, where's the steel lane? This is getting steel. That doesn't need steel. Is there another steel lane? Pretty sure that's our only steel lane. Yeah, we never made it that steel gets there. Okay. That is not good. That's why we're doing the designs though. How do we get rid of that? Okay. Good thing we had to redesign this, because I mean I would have noticed before doing an actual run, but it's nice to know before you put more stuff around it, because it might complicate it a lot. Okay, so it uses a ratio of 5 gears, 3 circuits, 2 steel. So yeah, actually this is the perfect ratio if we can get steel onto this lane. Is this a bad idea? Does this does this run well enough? Because I feel like it almost works really well, but I don't know. I think I'm a bit crazy here. Although it has to keep up with the input speed. Yeah, this technically doesn't produce enough steel. Imagine if it did though. Imagine if this ratio is perfect. That would be so nice. Aside from the fact that it uses like 4 extra inserters, I think it's great. But yeah, we have steel. Where is steel? The closest steel is going to be over here. I could move this. This could be produced here, no problem. I feel like we have an imbalance of like spacing, but I guess that's not inherently a problem. Maybe that would let us move the lab down here. Yeah, okay, we could probably move the lab there. This is just coal, so that's an easy lane to move. Yeah, okay. I think this ends up being easier, because let's see, we have circuits and iron there. This can just get truncated there, okay. Okay, cool. So this puts it in line with where the circuit and gear belt will be. I like that. Or the circuit and steel belt, that's decent. So what does that... Does this simplify things? Yeah, because this gets gears and steel here. Okay, and then this is supposed to be iron and circuits. What's the ratio? Honestly, this is supposed to be iron and circuits, but what I could do is that instead, right? Yeah, actually that works. That works nicely. Maybe nicely is the wrong word here. Yeah, no, like nicely is definitely the wrong word here. Yeah, this almost worked perfectly, except this is somehow off the coal grid, which doesn't make sense. That's a very easy fix. It's just weird. There we go. Okay. So that's on the coal grid again. These gears, definitely a better way, but I don't see one. Let's see. We have this belt here. We might be able to use that for the lab somehow, because this lab is honestly pretty close to a belt. We have circuits, or we have gears, we have circuits. The only thing we're missing for the lab is belt. which I feel like we can definitely get from here. I could put it. Ooh, I could put the lab. Ooh, I could put the lab assembler here. That's a good idea. That's actually a really nice idea. And then the radars go over here. Labs go over here. We're looking a lot nicer now. Well, maybe not nicer. More functional though. That's nicer in some way. That was a fun smart belt bug. Good old tick perfect rotations. Okay, so now this can go here. Okay, this doesn't actually solve any problem though. Maybe this split we have isn't the best. Another option is we could have like a splitter here to get belt. Because we need to get a belt. We need to get belt down here. We could just do this. Honestly, yeah, let's just do this. That doesn't work that well, though. But, yeah, we can make this work. We can even, like, truncate it there. Okay, now we just need to make sure this goes onto the right side, which is the inside. Okay, that works, actually. This works really well. The ratio is decent. We could even save an inserter here. There we go. Okay, ratio is not too bad here. Labs will produce fast enough. We're good. Okay, I like that a lot better. This puts all of these on the inside, so that way these can place on the other side. Perfect. And then we can also save this splitter now. Well, no, we can't. We would have to do belt weaving for that. Okay, never mind. We don't need to worry about that splitter. It would be cool, but yeah, we don't need to worry about that splitter. It's cheap. let's just leave it. I am so glad I'm not going to have to build this by hand. I mean, obviously we wouldn't design it anything like this if we were building it by hand, but I'm glad I don't even have to think about it. Okay. And then this up here, I think I decided I liked. Although we don't have a way to get the burner inserters out of here, which is kind of annoying. Let's see, what options do we have? Because the thing I said we were missing was steel. We don't have steel here. And then this needs circuits. Honestly, just, actually, does this work? That can get us circuits and steel. We would have to go through the middle, though, but we might be able to make that work. Oh, but then we don't have a way to get these burner inserters out of here with this kind of design. We need to get all of these out of here. I mean, I guess we can just send them up. Yeah, okay, so those can go up. That's probably where those are going to have to go anyway. Because all of them end up here. Like, this is where the train will be loaded. So sending them up isn't isn't really wasteful. So that's nice. Definitely not copium. It's actually intended. So we have gears. Why does it feel like this is the best spot to have steel and chips? It just feels wrong. But like, it just works too well. And then we can make the ratio a little bit better by doing that, if we want to. I don't know if we need to, but we have that option, which is nice. Is it actually cheaper to use burner entities rather than advanced ones resource-wise? Unfortunately, no. I don't think it ends up cheaper because you have to use so many more. Especially in terms of, like, belts. Like, in a typical build will look something like this. Okay, let's say you want to run... That's a good example. This runs full speed. Yeah, let's say you want to run a pipe assembler full speed with stack size 2. You could do this. Or you could do this. And I guess we can just add 2 power poles to make it a little bit more fair compared to 1 power pole. So yeah, we have this versus this for a pipe assembler. I think this ends up a lot more expensive, right? We're looking at 8 burner inserters versus 2 yellow inserters. Plus 4, plus 10 extra belts, and obviously the space, the additional space. So with all the overhead, it ends up being a lot more expensive. So let's see, this is 24 iron for the inserters. This is... oh, that's a lot more... Okay, I knew it was more expensive. I didn't realize the difference was that drastic. Now for like super slow recipes like LDS, the cost difference probably isn't as substantial. Because we're comparing like 6 inserters to 3 inserters. So I guess that's a little bit better. Yeah, let's see. This is a total of 24 iron for that, plus 1.5 each for this. So that's 15. So that's 30 additional iron to build this. Or like, 40 additional iron to build this. Yeah. Okay, it's a lot more drastic than I thought it was. I knew they were more expensive. I didn't realize it was more expensive by like a factor of 2. I think I did at one point. Maybe I just put it out of my mind because it was making it hard to justify anything I'm doing. This still needs chips. This could work. These will back up. Yeah, these will back up. So this can grab from the corner decently enough. Normally I don't like grabbing from corners, but yeah, we can make an exception here, I think. Honestly, I can just send it straight through. That would be fine. Although keeping them on separate lanes probably is nicer. Okay, now we need to figure out how to make this, how to give this steel. So for now, I'm going to be lazy because we haven't really set up our steel lane yet. We're going to do this. Let's see, where is it? I was using the testing tools from this, but I kind of stopped using that in a while. You just saw today's socks? Oh, aren't they awesome? No, I love them. They're so good. Definitely one of my favorite pairs. I don't really have any outfits that go with them because like I don't really. Well, okay, no, I have a Charizard. No, I have a Charmander shirt. Oh wait, oh those are yesterday's socks. Those are yesterday's socks. These are today's. But yes, those socks are those are my favorite as well. The Taco Avocado Alien socks are probably one of my favorite pairs of all time. But for today's socks, we have Fire, and they're pretty cool. Yeah, I don't quite understand those socks, if I'm being honest. The Taco Alien one, I love them. It's just I don't know the vibe they're going for, but whatever it is, they nailed it. It's a good vibe. Today's socks are fire, exactly. Okay, I think, let's see, we just give this some stone, and then we should be able to make sure it actually works. Wait. I mean, I guess that worked. Made it that it didn't output steel. Okay, so these are outputting, that's a good sign. These are outputting, that's a good sign. Okay, we probably have way too much iron. We might be able to, we can either scale down or scale up the mall, I think, because things seem to be backing up. But I feel like, yeah, I think we definitely need more production. Like, we need this much iron. We might just not need it right away, so maybe we could start these as stone furnaces. Actually, these will be stone furnaces initially, because we don't have a steel inlet yet. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to remember to upgrade, like, 700 furnaces this late in the run. Maybe we can figure out an earlier stone furnace, a steel furnace production. That could be useful. No idea why stone is here. Oh, right. The way that we have this mirrored no longer works. I mean, that's not inherently a problem, but it is something I have to consider. This was designed around having a higher throughput from stuff grabbing on the sides, which we can no longer do. So what are our options there? We could just do more. Like, we technically have the space here. We can just do more production. That's probably our best bet. Hello, Greaser. Thanks for the luck. We'll need it. We're making a lot of spaghetti right now, as is tradition with burner inserters. Okay, I mean that would work. This isn't bad. It doesn't go that much past of our lane, so it still feels. Honestly, we can shift everything down 2 tiles, and it's the perfect height. So yeah, we have that row to work with. We might as well use it. Burner inserter. Let's see. Burner drills are working well. Burner inserters are backed up. We don't really have a good way to buffer those. I think we'll just put them in an infinity chest for now, and delete it. Okay. So those are working well. Let's see. These do not have an output or an input. These just don't work. Okay. Well, that's an easy fix. Is it an easy fix? Wait. How was I outputting from this boiler assembler? Was I outputting from the boiler assembler? Oh. I outputted at the top. Okay, so there's just an underground here. Well, that's easy enough. We just have to output on the other side now. Okay. Yeah, no, not a problem. Output, send the coal through. Coal does not go all the way through here. It's going to be so fun to connect everything for real. Definitely looking forward to that. Am I supposed to have these? Yes, I am. Okay, and there's one other thing here that wasn't working. I mean, there's probably more, but there's definitely one other. There's at least one thing here that wasn't working. Okay, that should be good. This lane doesn't have coal. Okay, now it does. I see coal in all of them. That's a good sign. I'm trying to connect things to the main coal grid now, so that way when I test them, they actually run without me having to put an infinity chest like this every single time I test it, which has been way nicer. Kept the base a lot more consistent too. Okay, so that's producing well enough. Honestly, these don't produce fast, but they probably produce fast enough. Like, how many do I really need? Also, this doesn't get gears. This is supposed to be gears. Never mind. This isn't a circuit something. This is this one. Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's not a problem. That's an easy connection. Okay, so these were not side-loaded correctly. Wait. Were they? What was the idea here? This? This technically works. Yeah, that's fine. I think I changed what side these were on, but yeah, this works fine. Grabs consistently, outputs fast enough, produces enough splitters. Okay, cool. So splitters are good. This looks a lot nicer than the original one, though. Like, look at that. It's a little bit more rectangular. Like, it uses up more of the space. Which doesn't really... Yeah, that's not really necessarily a positive, but, you know, we can pretend it's one. Okay, so this is the fun part. We need to make this section now, which I wasn't happy with originally, and now we have to try to improve it. Okay, so we need sticks. So these need circuits. These need steel. Okay, so these don't need circuits. I think anything that doesn't need circuits should be up top. I haven't decided on an engine assembler design. Because someone did point out that I might be overestimating how many wagons I need, but the thing is I need a lot early, and then I don't need any more at all. So I don't really know how much wagon production we need, because this doesn't produce a ton. But that's like one of the easiest things to expand if I decide I need it. So it's not too big of a deal. For now, let's just put a ton of infinity chests everywhere, though. Wait, if I put a linked chest, does that simplify things? No. That just makes it easy to keep track of things. There are no survivors in the train crash, which is nice. I guess it's kind of like that. Maybe. That's a little... Seems a little bit crueler than this, but yeah. Like, similar energy. Okay, these don't need to go onto a belt. These do need to go on a belt, so let's just paste that. What else? Burner inserter, burner stuff. Yeah, this. Okay, so this can go onto a belt. Actually, we only want half of it on the belt, so let's do it over there. Okay, these are just for local, so those just go into a chest. That's good. Okay, yeah, I want these to keep running, so that way... Oh, wait, these don't go to the outpost. Cool. For some reason I was trying to think of a way to get these out of this chest, but we don't need to. These are just for our own base. Okay, and then last but not least, these don't actually need to be produced full speed, considering they are train signals, but might as well do a throughput test with them. Okay, so we have iron, we have circuits down here. That's everything we need for this, and this, and this. Okay, that's a great sign. Those are very easy to add on to the end. They fit nicely too. Now, the only downside is trying to figure out how we get them over there. I think radars we should have on the train. Actually, I'm not sure. Did they put radars on the train? Where's the example we were using for this? This thing, right? They might not actually have radars on the train. Never mind, they do. Okay. I wasn't sure since radars are in such a small quantity that they could just make sure they brought a single radar. Having them on the train, though, seems safer. Then they only have to worry about power and roboports. Cool. Okay, so that's plenty. Output for these probably going to be sent south, which I think... Actually, no, this fits really nicely with the offshore pump production here. Cool. Don't really have a great way to output from these, though. Actually, these don't need to go to a train, so these can just output here. Okay, so offshore pumps are good. Wait, offshore pumps need gears? Wait, offshore pumps need gears? Has it always been the case? I know it's definitely always been the case. It just doesn't sound right to me right now. It's like a very easy problem to fix. I'm just very surprised by it. It just feels wrong to me. So these require gears, but these don't. These don't require gears. I'm not gonna get over that. Ever. It just is wrong. I don't like it. I think splitters should require gears. I've joked about how I'll make a mod, and the only change will be splitters take gears. And maybe also change the name of electronic circuits to green circuits. Very, very useful mod. Okay, so I mean, conceptually this works. We just need to figure out how to get gears there. These don't seem to be running. Huh, okay, so we are actually more limited than I thought. Why? Oh, this front half isn't working. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, we shouldn't be this low on gears, and that is why we do tests. Okay, so that's pretty good. These are gear limited. Although these are limited by other things. Although considering that the limits aren't infinite, I think this is fine. I think we have too much underground production here. I don't think we want undergrounds here. At least not to this degree. Or maybe we just produce more belt elsewhere, because we need some regular belt for the train mall too. Okay, but these are working fine. It's crazy that we need red splitters to go out. Okay, how do we get gears here? Oh wait, I know how to get gears here. There we go. Very, very easy fix. Just flip it. Just flip it. Perfect. Okay, that works. That works really nicely. Awesome. Very, very painless. Okay. This section, I think because there's so many things going out of this towards the train, we can't really do much with it. So I think we just take this and we send all of these belts north. Here. So like all of these need to go up. Now let's see. Then burner inserters. These are already up, right? Yeah, these are already up. Burner drills already being sent up. Okay, so we need to get radars. Radars need to be sent up as well. I think these are already there. Burner inserters should increase rotation speed when using solid rocket nuclear fuel. There is a mod for that. One of my viewers recommends it a lot, or thinks I should check it out because it's just such a fun concept. Underground output for coal. Thank you. You know, there's a chance that this can go straight up. It's not a good chance, but there is a chance we can just send it straight up. It would require, let's see. This could be shifted at max. It's possible it would require 1 red underground. That's not necessarily an issue. These are not getting enough gears. Okay, so yeah, we'll need to figure this out. We're not getting enough gears here. I really thought this would be enough. This is limited by something else. I don't think it's outputting correctly. Yeah, okay. I was like, I know we're gonna be gear limited, but I don't think we should be gear limited to this degree. Okay, so that's 2 fixes. Hopefully that's all of them. Yeah, and that's why I wasn't too keen on. That's why I wasn't too keen on having too much undergrounds early on, because it makes it harder to troubleshoot. The only reason I have so many here right now is because it was necessary for me to connect the coal. Imagine if this game had design checks for, like PCB CAD software does. I feel like it would just have, say everything here is wrong, delete it, and we don't want that. It would be nice though if it could test for things. I mean, we have this, like from the editor extensions, which kind of helps. So it has some checks, which are nice. Yeah, I think we just send the radars here. Can I get them over like 1 tile? No, because that's in line with the coal lane. Maybe we can send them here. No, that's too long. But yeah, without mods, it doesn't really have anything, which is probably good. I don't think people would want to know everything they've made is broken or illegal. We got some illegal builds here. Okay, so that's decent. Okay, so this, yeah, basically I'm envisioning the train will be here. Hopefully that's right. Or the train could be here. There's no reason the train has to be horizontal. Because it's not here. It's not in their design, right? Yeah, it like goes down. So yeah, we can probably eliminate a lot of these vertical belts if we just put the train here instead. So now we just need to figure out how to get this on the other side. Okay. Also, I hope this is everything I need for the outpost. I think it is. We'll probably, just looking at it, the ratios are not at all what I thought they were, and I'm very confused by that. Is it a throughput issue? It might be a throughput problem. Well, now things are backing up. Oh, I missed belt. How can I miss belt? Okay. There we go. Okay. So belt, splitter, let's see, yellow belt, yellow underground. We don't have red belt here. Red belt will come from... Red belt comes from here somehow. We don't need a ton, but we need to get it up there. We get... Oh, we can piggyback on the radar. The radar, that would be perfect. I just realized there's not a way to output from this chest, though. Not without some kind of black magic. Oh, or changing the coal lane. Okay, honestly, that probably works pretty good. I don't hate that. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. That's the best we can get with a lot of these designs. The idea is there. It doesn't really have any huge flaws. This grabbing from the splitter is a bit bad. That can cause problems. Actually, that can cause a lot of problems. We should put the splitter here. It uses an extra entity, but grabbing from a splitter, they can start grabbing, and if it's low density, they'll grab it, and then it gets split off to the side, and it can brown out. It's very unlikely, but it can happen. It's a pretty extreme case. It's more of a problem with self-feeding, but don't feel like risking it. Okay. And then let's extend it to make sure things are connected properly, and then put the infinity things here. Okay, so we need to produce a little bit more, and I say we do that. Okay, if we do this over here, what do we do with this dead space? Because basically we're gonna be putting this here, and then we have this huge gap here. Oh wait. This is I said this is gonna be like purple and yellow science and stuff. Okay, so that's not a problem. Cool. So this just takes extra iron. This takes the steel and iron. We already got these, so we can delete them. Okay, so this is iron, circuits, and steel, right? Yeah, okay, so where's the steel lane? Steel is here. That's easy enough to send through. I don't think we really need that many gears here, so we can send this... Personal protective equipment? Is that what that means here? Do we need personal protective equipment? I think the idea is here. Let's see. Actually, where's the coal grid? We kind of got off the coal grid on accident. The text on the map. Oh, okay. So that was originally a message to me saying, "Hey, I might have extra copper. I should use it." See, too much copper. And then we decided not to use that copper, so now it's just sitting there decorating the map. The coal grid being used when there's nothing there just looks so weird. It's just like, oh yeah, what are these? What is that random decorative undergrounds doing? I love it. Yeah, it got shifted because it was just like a random note. Also, now that I have the to-do list app mod, we can just add things there. Okay, so this is producing decently. What are we limited by? We have too much iron and also too much gears, so I think we're input limited more than anything. Though I feel like we're producing enough. These are input limited, but considering what they do, that's fine. We can always add an extra input very easily here, but considering we need like 5 in each outpost, I think I decided to save the inserters. This has the right ratio, that's good. Mostly the right ratio. It could produce a little bit faster, but it's already produced 100 in like a few minutes, so we're good. Actually, how much has it produced? It's producing 6 per minute. Yeah, that's more than enough. Considering we only need like, what, 200 labs total, maybe, for the whole run. This has not produced anything, so this is not working. Okay, that's just flipped. Cool, this has produced very little. Okay, this is very limited. Is this a gear bottleneck? This is a gear bottleneck. Okay, so we could technically make this a red belt. And I don't think that will cause any problems. And that will... It's cheap enough. That will keep it running a little bit better. But hopefully that makes these run better. I think realistically we just need a second assembler somewhere. But this works for now. Okay. And then we were working on this one. So I think... I think we just put the train elsewhere. I don't think having the train vertically is a good idea in this design. Because that basically is just leaving a huge gap between the two sides of the mall for no reason. So let's see, this needs iron, gears, and steel. Okay, so we have steel, we have iron and gears. Okay, so let's just send that through. What's the ratio? Does it matter? I don't think it really matters. Let's not worry about that. Okay, so let's do those first. And then those on the other side. Because these can fit nicely here. That's not too bad. We still have all this dead space. But I think... Yeah, I think we can work with this. Because having this much dead space is not a problem. Because this we can definitely use. Like, we can have a build that goes here. We'll probably end up folding these engines up as well. But yeah, we can fit something here. Maybe we can even put engines here. I don't know. Well, actually, that's hand built. for hand building compactness doesn't matter as much. So these do not need to go into a train belt. That's good. We have pipes. We have pumps. Hopefully this produces enough. Okay, I think the only problem here is going to be this. But yeah, I really want it to be... I want it to be longer, if at all possible. Ooh, maybe... Oh, wait, I think I have an idea. Especially since we don't really have gears coming from there. Shouldn't really rely on them. But what if we just have it going vertically? Wait, this doesn't work with our coal grid, does it? No, wait, we can't do vertical builds. I mean, we could get off the coal grid here, but I want to get this stuff set up before we go off the coal grid. Just because these designs benefit a lot from it. But once we get to like the more specialized designs like purple science, it will be worth it probably to get off the grid. For mall stuff, there's no reason. So I'm just trying to stick with it for now. Okay, let's start at the bottom. Actually, do I want it to be top heavy or bottom heavy? Top heavy gives me more space to work with for purple science, but it also has the risk of possibly wasting more space. I'd say we go bottom heavy, because this looks like, it feels a lot easier to work with this rectangle than to work with like this. Yeah, okay. We'll just try to put it all up top. Okay, so we have stone up here. Okay, so this is where the gears and iron start, so that's here. This needs to go up a tile. We also need to bring the coal grid with us, so that way we can visualize things. There we go. I don't even know if these have coal on them. I think a lot of them don't. Which is great that I'm using a coal grid that's not even connected. But as you can see, we shifted the coal grid here because these were just test designs. So yeah, this whole section of the base is in the wrong spot. It's off by 2 tiles, but that's because I added an assembling machine and haven't shifted it yet. Because it wasn't super high priority. Okay, so this can get 2 inputs here. And then here as well. Okay, I feel like this is a little bit more spacious than I wanted. Maybe I can put it... not with these undergrounds. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then also I wanted a tank, which again, exact same recipe. Cool. And then I think we have steel and probably... I'm not really sure. We've steel and circuits maybe? That was a decent design. Let's see, what else is on it? Steel and circuits. Yeah, steel and circuits would be good, which we already have that. So let's actually flip this. Because that means they're already on the correct side. And then iron. Iron and gears is still tricky. I feel like we do take from the middle and we just upgrade more of this to a red belt and then we should be good. Because that simplifies a lot of that. Output, pretty straightforward. This needs to go over a tile though. Okay, so something like this should work. The output into a chest. Now I can copy this, place another one right next to it, and that should be fine. Cool. And then input, 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 input. Okay, so that works for that. And then locomotives are the exact same way. Except locomotives need engines. Yeah, we need to figure out where to do engines. I think we just do engines somewhere in here. I don't think direct feeding the engines is great with our design. It's fun, but it's not that useful. Okay, this should work. Let's see. What about... Okay. Input, input, input. This is... Oh my gosh. I've never really looked at the locomotive recipe. 4 seconds for 20 engines is insane. Does anybody run a locomotive assembler full speed? This is actual magic. Burner, yeah, I can see that. I think burner designs are very magical. That's why I like them. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have this space down here. I do like that space. Honestly, do we need iron? I don't think we need this iron. If we don't need this iron belt, that simplifies things a lot. Also, we're only using one half of the belt, which is a bit annoying. We'll just upgrade it for now. We'll split that out later. Pretend you're here for 2 minutes. Well, how nice. Thanks so much for fixing up the burner drills, all the burner designs for me. That was very useful. Oh, also, ooh, great to hear you're having a nice day. Yep. Does that work? I don't know if any of that is accurate, but you know, it's words. Okay, how much? Okay, we also have this top spot. I kind of want to use this top spot. That means we need the stick assembler, which goes here. Input for sticks. We only need one input here. That should be fine. Input. This needs iron, steel, and circuits. Okay. Technically, this is... I don't think it makes a difference where this goes. We'll probably end up wrapping around. And that should be fine. Now this has an input. I think in the end, we'll probably end up wrapping it instead of doing a splitter, but at the moment, it doesn't make a huge difference. Just for the original design. I don't love this space. Is there anything I can do with this space? I think what I could do... Well, the furnaces are like a 1-to-1 ratio at full speed. Well, not full speed, but at the speed that I want them to produce at. Which means if I produce them here, they're not producing in the right spot, so we would need to have some weird output up top. We need to like loop we would need to loop them around. It would save a lot of vertical space though. Probably not a bad idea. What is that? I don't think that is anything. Okay, so basically the idea here is that we loop this around now. Don't know if it's worth it. I feel like it's not, but now we can loop the furnaces around somehow. If we make sure things aren't outputting, and that just makes it like 4 tiles shorter, which might actually be good. Everything's still on the wrong side, which is kind of bad. But yeah, that should make it that it loops. So that gives us a little bit more production with these without worrying too much about the space, which is nice. I don't think it really has that many downsides. Uses a little bit extra belt. But I do like the fact that it's not encroaching on the steel lane, which is good. That means I don't have to do weird things with that. Okay, so this is working. Well, it doesn't have the coal yet, but aside from that, this works. It's set up properly. This is good. This is good. This is good. Just missing the steel. Okay, so how do we do the engines? We have a couple options. Realistically, there's no reason for us to do direct fed engines. No matter how fun they are, there's absolutely no reason for me to do that. So instead, we do a pipe assembler here, 2 engine assemblers here, and we actually stagger them down. We actually want to stagger these down a little bit. There might be a better spot to produce pipes somewhere else. Or maybe we flip them. I think, based on how this looks, we just mirror this. That will cross belts a lot less. So iron goes straight, circuits go up top still. That puts everything in a slightly better position. And now these can output onto a belt like this, which this needs 3 inputs. This actually would look like that. Yeah, and this would output onto like a splitter, I think. Actually, wouldn't need to output onto a splitter. We would just need steel on this side, which we can do pretty easily like this. For now, we're just going to do a splitter. We'll worry about the connections later. And then we have iron and pipes on this side, or gears and pipes on this side, which we do have down here. Yeah, if iron was, if gears are in the middle, everything here makes so much more sense. Actually, I'll be right back. I have to go check on something. Hello. My mic wasn't muted, so I wonder if I wonder if anyone can hear the thuds of me walking away. Probably. Okay. Yeah, I had to check to see if I actually had plans today, and I don't think I do, so I should be good to keep streaming. Lots of miscommunication. Good classic family miscommunications. But yeah, I like the idea here. Just the thud of opening the door. Yeah, I think it's more the thud of the door, the shoes hitting the door, because I keep my shoes there. But yeah, it's a pretty loud thud. Yeah, conceptually this is great. I don't like how the belts are routed though at all. I say I just flip it because that seems to be what I'm leaning towards. Maybe... Actually, wait, that's... Ooh, this is a lot nicer. Yeah, flipping it is way nicer. Now I can do iron up there? Maybe? Okay, so that gives me... That gives me the steel in the circuits. This has... Then this would be iron. Okay, let's see how this works. Iron straight through. And then... Let's see, now this still needs circuits. Okay, so this still needs the circuits though, right here. Alright, that's the part that I didn't love. This still needs the steel and circuits. But this is less crisscross. This is less crisscrossy than the previous design, the previous iteration, which counts for something. It definitely is helpful. Also, now this is a lot easier to get the iron up here for this, which is good. Well, actually, we have a splitter here that only lets gears through. This might work. Now we can have an input and an output. It puts on the other side. That's a bummer. I was hoping it would put it over here, but it puts it up. It puts it on the input side of the splitter, which I think I knew that, but I thought maybe I would be wrong. So that means this might work? No, this is the same. Now this is... Yeah, now it can't grab it. Yeah, it's just they don't like interacting with filtered splitters. Okay, I thought I was onto something, but, you know, they don't always work. Not a huge deal, because I don't think that really changes much. We still need to get steel over here, but now we have, like, a nice way to get steel right here. Look at that. It's on the wrong side, though, so not that helpful. But we can get it on the correct side. We could also use a splitter. I think we could just use a splitter, right? Yeah, let's just use a splitter for this. I think that's our best bet. Input, splitter here. Okay, the way that I'm building this, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So it doesn't really matter. I feel like my efforts to try to make it not a 1-1 ratio are useless. Unless I put more here. I could put more gear someplace there. But like the idea was to get a few more engines, but yeah, maybe I just accept that it's a 1-to-1 ratio and just do the original design. Because this one looked really cool, and I liked it a lot. And it's what looks to be a very similar footprint. Yeah, let's go with that one. This looks like we just need to figure out which belts go where. Okay, let's copy. Let's go with the original. Don't change the classic. That's what I'm realizing. It does need to be mirrored though. Okay. What we could probably do is fold these to be in one row though. Yeah, we can put these in one row. We can put these in one row now. Cool. Okay, I see the new vision. So now these, same row, something like that. A little bit more compressed, obviously, to actually go line up with the grid because they got off. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about crossing the belt either, so let's flip that. Cool. Okay, that looks vaguely correct. I'll take it. I would prefer correct, but, you know, vaguely correct is decent. There we go. And now we don't have to, like, swap that belt around. Now we can just rotate this one up at the end and loop it back for feeding these. Okay. So this would go ideally here. That's off the grid. Which one's the coal grid? Okay. So how do we have connections here? I am not entirely sure how I had these connected. So this is a fuel lane, this is a fuel lane, obviously. This is a pipe lane. So this is just pure iron. Oh, this is the iron and gears belt. Okay. So iron and gears belt goes here. And then that works perfectly. Okay, cool. And then this is a steel belt, which we should actually send the other way. This is the steel and circuit belt. That's this belt I was talking about here that I wanted to loop up. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. And I think everything's functional. I say that, but like I don't know if I really have no reason to assume that, but it feels right. It feels like this is correct. The only thing it's missing is coal to actually test if it's correct. Let's just paste some coal lane. Okay, since we're actually off the coal grid, these aren't actually going to run very well, so we need to put some infinity coal, which is kind of annoying. Kind of like the whole reason we have the whole coal, we've been putting things back on the coal grid. Maybe next time, let's add that to to-do list. Finalize the starting base. That seems like a good go-to. Okay, we got our splitter. We could empty it, give it some coal. I don't know why I'm using coal. I should be using probably solid fuel or something. Just for these, just so they back up faster. Okay, and then cold somehow makes their way up top. This does not tessellate. Okay, that's fun. Okay, hopefully this is everything I need. This doesn't have an output. Did I not have an output in the original design? What's different about this? Oh, I just haven't placed it. That's all that's different. Okay, well that's an easy fix. Yeah, I love the fixes of something's broken because you just haven't put the inserter. I mean, definitely preferred. I would definitely say that's the preferred option. Okay, this produces super slowly. That's totally fine. What else? What else is working? Okay, these are working. That's good. These are browned out. That's fine. That's just because of our coal connection. Very easy fix. This doesn't work. These are all one tile too high. Whoops. Very easy fix, though. Like, that's probably one of the... honestly, easier to fix than this was. I don't know why circuits are there, but I think that's fine. Okay. Hopefully everything starts working again. These are producing. These are producing. Oh, we don't get circuits here. Oh, we needed that tile gap. We needed that tile gap. Okay. Hello, hello, welcome. Now that you're actually actually here, not just pretend here. Howdy. Okay. Yeah, this works. Yeah, that's fine. That solves our problem. Okay, this looks way neater than the old mall though. Considering this was the old one and this is the new one. And then we have all this wasted space, but that has nothing to do with this mall. I just plan to use it for something else. Because this really does feel like a great spot for purple and yellow science. Well, yellow science, purple. Well, yeah, probably purple science. Depends how much the steel lanes are going to take up. But I feel like, yeah, we'll be able to fit everything. And like 2% less drunk. Nice. Why did that not work? There we go. That's where the splitter should be. Okay. I think I like this. Do these need to go to the outpost? No, these are for personal base. This hasn't produced anything yet, though. Oh, this doesn't get steel. How did I miss steel? Okay. I mean, that's very, very easy fix. Not a problem at all. Because we have the steel coming from this side. Just a little bit unfortunate. There we go. Fixed. Okay, so now these should all be working. Honestly, yeah. No, that's a solid improvement. This looks a lot cleaner, a lot easier to tell where things come from. Now at this point, I'd say it's too late for me to flip everything, but honestly, it's not. We can reorder these pretty easily if I want to. Okay, so all the iron comes from the top. The only thing that we would actually need to switch would be gears and circuits, which would save a grand total of like 20 entities. That's not worth it. You got to hang out with 2 university students. Ah, that explains the drunkenness. Feel like that's pretty... Those go hand in hand. Actually, I feel like hanging out with anyone does that. Which somehow made you feel old and young. That's... yeah, I get that. You feel older than them, but also young enough because you're hanging out with them. This is a great vibe. Okay, that's deletable. This is deletable. Okay. Is there anything else we are missing in the mall? Let's see. What do they have? A bunch of long inserters. Something tells me we don't need those. We have these. Okay, these are all good. We need to fix our assembly machine production. Our assembly machine production is incredibly low. I don't really have a good fix for that, though. But I think we have everything else here that we can actually use. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this mall. How's our resources? What do we have extra of? It looks like it looks like gears back up slightly. So we do have more gears to work with. We just need to figure out where to utilize it. And then same with iron. Although we actually have less iron to work with than I thought. Okay, so we actually have very little spare iron. Well, unless they're still backing up. Okay, so this part's good. Steel connection's a bit finicky. I wish I could get steel from the other side, but oh well. I don't think that's a huge deal. Pipe production here is good. Okay, so these are working nicely. We do have these gears. I could send these gears up top, but I think we just need to figure out where to... Actually, we have enough gear production. We just need to figure out how to utilize it. Also, these are working, like, really well. This is, like, the perfect amount of circuits, which is surprising. Okay, yeah, I don't know where to... I don't... maybe over here. This could be a good spot. You know more than them, but somehow they know stuff you don't. There's so many things to know. Just in general. Everyone just feels... Like, everybody knows something. It just makes you feel like you should also know it. But there's too much knowledge, man. Also, it doesn't help that all I do is look at memes all day. But there's also just too much knowledge. This future is surprisingly bright. That's good to hear. Can we do... We can do assembly machines here, right? We have everything we need right here. Like, perfectly. This is the spot. It's too convenient. It's like the RNG god, no, not the RNG gods. The faith-based Factorio gods. They're smiling upon us again. Okay. So input. Let's see, what would that be? This would be just 1 and then 2. Okay, so the ratio isn't going to be perfect with this split, but it's got to be good enough. Input and then output. Oh, right. How did I output from this? I outputted it weird, right? With like a splitter or something? Is there a better solution? Not if I want this much input, but maybe we're not input limited here. Or maybe we're limited by... Okay, we're limited by the input speed of this, not by this. That actually simplifies it a ton. That means we can do... 8... No, it's 5 and 5. Okay, that's fine. Basically, it means we can output here. Is all what it all boils down to. And then this is supposed to be gears and iron, which we could split off this, or we could loop it around. Looping is probably better for prioritizing, but I don't know if prioritization matters that much, so it probably doesn't make a difference. Well, we'll try it. We'll try it this way, see if we like it, but we can always just add a splitter here as well. Now, if we do this, we do run into the problem of we need more undergrounds here and a red splitter, which is unfortunate. However, we could also split off here and supplement it this way. I think balance-wise, that's actually easier and ends up being a little cheaper. So let's go with that one. So instead of looping off the end, we instead get fresh resources from the side over here. And this should work nicely. With enough lamps, it certainly is. Yeah, you can make anything bright with enough lamps. Or like one of those like ultra high lumens flashlights, which I swear they have to be illegal, right? Like I've seen flashlights that are like incredibly bright, and I feel like they're things that my guess would be they're illegal to buy. Like if you build them and they blind your neighbors, Or if you turn them on, they blind your neighbors. That doesn't seem like a flashlight anybody can own. But also, I do see them, so, like, I don't know, maybe they're real. I only ever see them in, like, influencer videos, though. And I don't know, sometimes you never trust. I never trust if they actually, if that's content things people can actually buy. Or if they had, like, sign something for it, I don't know. But you can get some pretty bright stuff. That's the moral of the story. Things are bright. Okay, we can probably save some inserters. We can actually probably save some inserters here, too. Because if this is assembly machine limited, by the degree that it is... Never mind, it's not as assembly machine limited as I thought it was. Okay, never mind, we're good. And then this needs... This does not need a 2-to-1 ratio, so let's save those inserters. Does this need a 2-to-1 ratio? This is doing gears and iron. Yes, so this does need a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay, so to make this work, same idea. We upgrade just the straight stuff with red belts. Ever you watch Styropyro on YouTube? I've seen some clips. You get like Nile Red vibes, like those kinds of videos. Or Backyard Scientist, those kinds of things. You get your point, but however, it's impressive how optimistic. Yeah, yeah. Jokes aside, people are very optimistic, which is very nice. We need more optimism, for sure. Does this look like it's not working? Oh, yes. That's why. Okay. Well, we figured it out. We figured it out. Okay, this should be a pretty sizable improvement. I don't know what is limited by now. Probably access to iron, because this is doing like 90% of the work. Do I need circuits on this belt? Yes. Oh, this isn't connected. How did I disconnect that? Oh, that's how I disconnected it. This wasn't underground, and I just deleted it instead of placing it. Okay, I like this mall a lot. Resource balance. Honestly, we're using a pretty good chunk of the iron now. That's pretty solid. Enough is going down. We're using like all the chips. Okay, this is great. Fun thing, Styropyro has a PhD in chemistry, while Nile Red has a bachelor's. I'm surprised. He doesn't look old enough to have a PhD. But I guess I've only seen a couple clips. And it's hard to judge someone's age on the internet as well. These aren't working. Oh, that's where that came from. Okay. Let's just clear the belt to get things working again. Okay, this mall seems solid. I have no idea what the limit will be there. Yeah, this seems good. We're using up... It feels like they're backed up a lot, but I think that's because we have things split so many times that all of the individual belts are going to back up slightly, except for like one of them. But yeah, we don't have a ton of extra gears, we don't have a ton of extra iron. Happy with this. Really can't be understood how important it is to have a hope for the future. No, it's definitely important. Because otherwise you just get to this like downward spiral of like not trying. Or like not trying to like fix your job or whatever you don't like. But yeah, this looks really nice. I did use the space that I wanted to. We left this. There's absolutely nothing I can think of to do with here. Should I just have like roboports? Maybe that could be like logistics storage or something. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the only space so far I felt like I've wasted in it, which is pretty solid. So like, I don't need to stress over it. I just really wish I could fit something in there. I mean, I could always put more gear production. Like, I can still convert extra resources here into something. Yeah, this is decent. Now the real question now is how much does it actually produce, and how do I figure this out? Blueprint, maybe? We bring it to a new world? Because I don't actually know how much this produces, and because everything is so limited by random things, it's hard to actually tell using like a calculator. Let's see. Mall, train, mall. Okay, I think I copied everything I needed there. Let's save this as 2.01. And then we'll go over to my test world, which is tests. Which hopefully we should be able to load. This was also the one we were testing the burner inserter explosions on. Wait, this isn't the right test world. Never mind. I want tests. Sorry. My naming scheme is getting to me. I'm confusing test with tests. I know they're very different names. You'd think I'd be able to tell them apart. Can't build in an uncharted area. Okay. And this is why we have a test world, so I keep having to stop this. The test world is named test? No, it's named tests, because I use multiple tests on it. Yeah, tests, not tests. Tests. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Okay, so I think all of the stuff that I'm testing right now, I should have connected to fuel. Right? Oh my gosh, what's the delay going to be on this? Yikes. Don't want to be smacked by a bot. Yeah, I don't think I have .zip blocked. But yeah, if you like actually type .zip, it might have been. If you type like .com spelled out, that one should be blocked. Although nobody's tried parentheses yet. Should add that to my website filter though. File name .zip. Yeah, double dots, that works. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't understand how things decide what to hyperlink. Okay, we rotated some things. Oh, this is rotated the wrong way. This was designed in a non-safe way. Because I built it incorrectly. That's fine, that's an easy fix. There we go. Well, okay, so I mean, if it's actually typed with a dot, I guess that makes sense that that one would be banned. Okay, let's see what we're producing. Over the course of 10 minutes. Let's see, 8 assembly machines a minute. 600 belt a minute. But that's not counting the consumption. 300, so that's about 250 belt per minute. 100 inserters per minute. 3 cargo wagons per minute. Okay, yeah, you're right, Tice. We probably have enough here. Probably could use assembly machines everywhere here. That's a good call. The reason I haven't is because I don't have those really automated anywhere. But yeah, I could probably use them here. I can't use them here or here or here. Well, I could use them here. I could use them for these, probably. Yeah, I could use it for half the mall, for sure. Yeah, we'll need to automate those. Can you become a mod so you can randomly ban Byte? Like, oh, you typed a fake link. Wait, you're right? Yeah, you're right. You were right. I don't remember what, but you're right. Oh yeah, about how this produces more than enough. Just take the similar to automation, cut it in half. Yeah, I mean, we can just remove one of the outputs. We could also possibly do like an intermediate chest, but that requires that's kind of hard to do with the grid that we have. Yeah, honestly, this probably works. We could also maybe put like an assembler, like we can just do one here. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of options, huh? Yeah, okay, we should be fine. There's a good chance that our original mall we'll have enough assembly machine automation that it will carry, because a lot of our builds from now on do use assembler 2s. I think a few here and there probably won't matter. You do wonder if this is the last strike before timeout? I don't know. I don't know what the limit is. I'll have to check, because I also do not know. I feel like it resets every now and again. But like, if it ever like actually like times you out for more than 5 seconds, I can always override that, or should be able to. But yeah, I'll have to look into that, because I don't know where I can set the timeout limits. Or remove. I don't know where I can remove them without just typing the command. Night mod is vindicative and you're not a mod. Yeah. Don't worry, Ties won't randomly ban you. You're safe from that at least. Okay, so this is decent. 14 per minute for these. That's reasonable. Obviously, it's not enough for late game, but considering we only need like 8 per outpost, that's good. Assembling machine production is probably fine. These don't need to run full speed, so these are all fine. 140 red belt per minute? That sounds like a fair amount. 140 red belts. Because that's all this production, right? Yeah, okay. That seems reasonable. Things seem to be producing pretty well. Like, I think most of these numbers seem more than sufficient. And a lot of these don't need to run full speed. So really the only thing you will abuse, you're honest, you'll abuse any power. At least you're honest. Someone writes it on a resume, it's like, hired. I am worried about the burner drill count, but I don't really know how fast I expect to do outposts. This lets me do 5 iron outposts. No, sorry, not 5. One iron outpost every 5 minutes. That seems reasonable, considering I'm only going to be connecting like 10 of them max. That's like what, an hour of them? Yeah, okay. Hour of production for these, considering. Yep. Okay, I think this is enough production for all of our starting outposts. We still have to make them all for like assembly machine 3s and stuff. For later, but this should be enough for the train outpost that we're doing earlier. I'm actually gonna save this though, because we did fix some problems here. Train mall fixed. Okay. Hopefully I just remember the fixes, because that's easier than copying that. I really need to start using your mod class bricks. I think I'm getting to the point in the design where I need to start using the staged blueprint mods to start staging things. Because like so far this is mostly just one stage, but I really need to start staging stuff. Is it relatively straightforward to use? Or like the learning curve low enough that it's worth switching to for like 1-2 month long adventure? As a totally unbiased commenter, yes. Gotcha. Okay, I really need to try it, because like up until this point the staging isn't super important, because we don't really have much, and this is all built by hand, so staging here would just be a build order. But now that we're actually doing bot stuff, I need to like it's better to do it earlier so I don't have to just rebuild everything, is what I'm thinking. Because doing the stages additively rather than just subtracting sounds way, way, way nicer. But yeah, you said, okay, one of these was flipped the wrong way. One of these, well, some of these didn't have coal. This one didn't have coal. And then these can be all downgraded. These can be downgraded. Honestly, all of these can be downgraded except... these can't. These might be able to. These can be downgraded. That's good. These aren't actually input limited. Okay, so these can stay, those can stay. This chat is very objective. Yeah, I know, right? I'm glad we have such an objective chat to give me their opinions. Yeah, this feels input limited. So these I don't want to downgrade because I do... Actually, okay. I don't think I'll downgrade these ones because these I want to be able to produce faster once I get stack size 3. So these I'll keep. These I don't need to ever produce faster. These probably never need to produce faster. We'll leave those. These will never need to go up. These will never need to go up. We only need like 600 of these over the course of the run, so that's definitely not going to be limited. These I would like to be able to produce marginally faster later. They'll increase by like 80% or something. Not 80%, sorry, from 80% to 100%, so about 20%. These I can't imagine will need to produce faster because any future blue assembly machines we use will probably be assembler 3s. We're going to be using a lot of those. So we'll probably just have later production. But that does make me think I will probably need an output like here to send them over to wherever I make assembler 3s. No idea where that's going to go, but it would be useful for later. Okay, but yeah, I think that... I mean, that's decent. That does decrease the cost by... Considering it, there's no downside to this. This was worth it. Thanks for reminding me about that. Which means I could probably do the same for here too, right? And here. Also, if you agree with cancel culture, or if I agree with it... Wait, if I disagree with chat or agree? If I disagree with the opinion of chat, I'm part of cancel culture. Yes, this is true. Did I say the right one? Blue boards transported with a burner inserter. Yep. It feels wrong, doesn't it? Are these input limited? I think these are input limited too. Okay, so these are just free resources. Also do in this here. Cool. Is there anything in the main base that's input limited? Probably, but in the main base we'll just be using... In the main base I don't think is a problem because we'll be building that by hand. We want to only use one assembler. These are bot stuff, so it doesn't matter. This could probably be gray. Not sure. Prods and science. Have I not replaced them in the new build? Yeah. We haven't fully finished this mall. So I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll be... the goal for tomorrow will be fixing all of this stuff. Because currently this is pretty good. It's just a little bit off the grid. So we just need to refine a bit of the connections. Also, we're doing precisely one thing of sushi science. It's fantastic. Or sushi here. And then we have a sushi science, which I did redesign today. This is our new sushi science build. That's not it. This is the new sushi science build. So this is the advantage of being 100 fewer circuit connections. Because this design works great, except you have to read every single belt and send it to exactly one inserter, which just seemed like a bad idea. So this has a lower possible throughput of about 1.9 science per second, but considering we need to do another expansion anyway, I figured that's fine for the starting science. And it means we only need one circuit condition here that activates all of them, rather than reading every belt. I don't know if it matters that much. I think it will help with startup time significantly, though. So I think it probably is worth it. Because this takes a really long time to start up due to the low coal density. But this, like I said, has bottlenecks with how fast it can fill the belt. However, I could do a red belt here. You can technically do a red belt with this design. Which does change things. Actually, that does change things. Because if I do a red belt, then we don't have a loss in throughput. And then we can do yellow and purple science on the other side. Yellow, purple... Because we can do up to 4 sciences this way. Honestly, maybe this is the strat. This with red belts that we upgrade versus this with yellow belts. I think they both work. I don't know if I can't imagine the performance impact is going to be massive, so it probably doesn't matter. I think I'll just go with what ends up being easier to build by hand. But yeah, because it is like it is 100 separate circuit conditions, or but it's also again only 100. It's only 100 inserters compared to my entire base. So I don't think if saving there matters. Probably not a ton. The main thing that really matters for UPS is anything that's producing stuff for an outpost like this, because these will be running until pretty much we max my CPU, or the outposts themselves. Because I'm thinking what we'll do is I'll make sure that my buffers in my main base can support 2 outposts worth of resources. We cut our main base, then we do 2 more outposts. Or something like that. I haven't exactly figured it out. But I feel like once my main base stops running, we'll be able to afford 2 more outposts. Which just means we need to have our base running as long as it can before we cut them. So we have the buffers to build those extra outposts. No idea how that's going to work. Or we just accept that maybe I just have a small performance loss for like 20 minutes, which isn't a huge deal. That would also work, and then once buffers fill up, then it just kind of stops running. Also an option. Because I think at the end of the day, that's going to be like 15 minutes. That would probably be like 15 minutes of like 10% loss. Really not a big deal, because the base will be running for like 2 to 3 hours after that, which is, yeah, losing 2 minutes isn't going to be a problem. But that's it for me today. I've gotta make sure, or gotta do those family plans. They were still happening, just later than I thought. But I mean, I would have wrapped it up there anyway, so I guess it only makes like a 5-minute difference. But we finished them all. So next time we finish the starting base and shift the steel lane, and we need to learn how to use glass bricks mod, which maybe I'll just practice that sometime. I don't know. I feel like it probably isn't going to be that difficult. I just don't want to start. My main concern is, isn't there something like you have to choose the amount of layers at the start? Is that a condition, or am I imagining it? When is it time for trial runs? That's a good question. I should probably do some sort of test run up to this point, probably like this month, before we like design the rest of it to make sure at least this is functional. Because after this point, any change we make is pretty set in stone. But yeah, I don't have a set date on that. But yeah, we'll need to do some trial runs of at least segments. But yeah, I think with doing this 3 to 4 times a week, we should be able to reach my April 1st goal, which would be nice. Unless I change that, not sure. Depends if there's other stuff happening April 1st. But that's it for me today. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.